Hello dear students, today I'll discuss about questions from miscellaneous exercise of chapter limits and derivatives. Limits and derivatives chapters is very important for higher classes, for 12th class and also for higher class involving mathematics, study of mathematics. Okay, so here for 12th class this chapter is very important, finding limits, derivatives. Okay, so main thing is for finding derivatives also, what we have to do? Finding limit. So limit finding is very important. Okay, so we know some basic formula for finding limits. So here two uh, questions related to finding limits just I want to discuss. Let us prove that the limit x tending to 0 log 1 plus x upon x is equals to 1. Okay, prove this. Okay, so for proving this is from supplementary exercise 13.2. okay, so here for proving this, just we know some of the limits, like here for finding limits, just we know that some formula you can use directly here. This first formula was what? e to the power x minus 1 by x, limit x tending to 0 equals to 1, sin x by x upon x, limit x tending to 0 1. Since we know that, just we are writing like this. Okay, we can also prove it by using some basic formula, basic idea. Okay, but here for proving this we can use series form also. We know log 1 plus x equal to as infinite series. So first value is what? X. So taking common x, x's can be cancelled out, and first point is 1 and all the remaining terms containing x. So you can put x equal to 0, all terms will vanish, first term will be equals to 1. So that is the limit. But this limit can be found also by using this formula, first formula, it is our x formula. Okay. So here also we prove this by series form, Okay. So for proving this limit, so here let we have to find the limit of this quantity. So let the required quantity 1 plus x, nothing is here, means base is e, okay, by x equals to y. Suppose value of this is equals to y, the quantity, then just our target is what? Finding limit of this as x tending to 0, that is finding limit of this y tending to x tending to 0. So here then log 1 plus x is equals to xy, we can write, just multiply here. Now we know as a definition of logarithmic, we know what? 1 is, if this is base e, then 1 plus x equals to what? to the power xy. Since logarithmic definition a to the power x equals to a to the power x equals to y implies what? A to the power x equals to y implies, if we want to find write the as a logarithmic this power. So what? A is the base. So here log of x is logarithmic of y to the base a. So logarithmic of here just like this. What is the formula? Formula a to the x equal to y. That means log of y to the base a equals to x. This is definition. Okay. So here by using this definition we can write like this. Here what? Log y to the base a. Y means what? Log y to the base a equals to this. That means base power right side. So base power right hand side, e power xy, a power x equals to y. That means this. So this is equals to, if you write here y, here a, here x, then you can get this a to the power what? This is equals to this. So e to the power xy equals to this. This is writing logarithm definition. Okay. So log of this to the base this. Now from here we can adjust like this format. Okay. One plus just for writing in the form, because we want to find the limit of y as extending to 0. So here just use this formula. For using this formula, just what we want? Minus 1. So 1 plus x minus 1 equals to the power xy minus 1. Just subtract 1. So here just we see that what? X equals to e to the power xy minus 1. So we can write e to the power xy minus 1 upon x equals to 1. Clear? Now we can write also what? E to the power xy minus 1 upon xy here into y equals to 1. Just we can write like this, no? Because here as extending to 0, y is also different quantity. So x tending to 0, then x into y is also tending to 0. So this tending to 0, this tending to 0. That means this formula can be used for finding limit of this. Here y is adjusted like this. So now taking limit on the both side here. Now taking limit on the both side. Taking limit as x tending to 0 on both sides, we get here limit x tending to 0, limit x tending to 0. Okay, this e to the power xy minus 1 upon xy into y. This is left hand side equals to limit x tending to 0, 1. This is right hand side. Just find, take limit on both sides. Now limit is can be distributed as a multiplication, just xy minus 1 upon xy into limit x tending to 0, y equals to 1. So here 1 is constant, so limit is always 1. So now limit is distributed like 2 multiplication. Here in this case x y tending to 0 also we can write, since as x tending to 0 x y is also tending to 0. Since as x tending to 0 x y tending to also 0, because this is a y is a finite quantity, so like this. So here we can use this x tending to 0 quantity. So here x y tending to 0 quantity. So this is equals to limit 1 and limit of x tending to 0 y equals to 1. So limit of y equals to 1. Limit of y means what? Limit of x tending to 0 y means what? This, our main function log 1 plus x upon x is equals to 1. So this is our result. Clear? So here this is our basic formula, this is also basic formula, this is logarithmic formula. Okay, so for finding limit this as 1 we can use this process also, and also we can use logarithmic series here. Okay, so limit finding is very very important at the time of also derivative. So practice for finding limit of different type of questions. Okay, so take one question which is remaining from exercise 13.2 supplementary exercise. Okay, so here x tending to 0 e to the power x minus 1, x e to the x minus 1, 1 minus cos x. Find limit x tending to 0 x e to the power x minus 1 upon 1 minus cos x. It is like this. Just we have to find this limit. Okay, so for finding limit, just put x equals to 0 in numerator and denominator. We get what? 1 minus cos 0, 1, 0. Denominator 0 and numerator is also 0. Okay, e to the power 0 means 1, 1 minus 1, 0. X equal to 0, also 0 by 0. This 0 by 0 format. Or also you can find infinity by infinity format. Or for all that case, we are trying to reducing the given algebraic function or rational functions in such a way that by putting x equal to 0 we can find some definite value. That is our limit. This is the process for finding limit. Okay, so here for finding limit we know formula, some formula are there also. Okay, just e to the power x minus 1 by x we can use. So here just multiply x in denominator and numerator. Also here we see that 1 minus cos x, that is 1 minus cos 0, means 1 minus 1 0. So this is 0, so it can be removed by using sine. How? 1 plus cos x can be multiplied in numerator and denominator. Just we are trying to solve this part for getting some finite value. Okay, so x e to the power x minus 1 upon 1 minus cos x. Just multiply first x upon x, because e to the power x minus x, 1 upon x we can use. And also for this just multiply numerator and denominator by 1 plus cos x. Okay, so we can do it. Clear? Now this is our adjusting. We can do like this. This is no effect to here. Okay, so now distribute limit in 3 parts. How? Just see. E to the power x minus 1 by x, e to the power x minus 1 by x, just in one place. Okay, now x square x square. 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x. Okay? 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x. What will be? 1 minus cos square x. 1 minus cos square x. 1 minus cos square x. We can convert it and sine, and 1 plus cos x is also here 1 plus cos x. So we know that we can put x equal to 0 here. 1 plus 1 2 will be. So here also see this 3 part can be distributed like this. Limit just x tending to 0 over x minus 1 upon x. This is our first part. Now limit x tending to 0 here, x square upon sine square x, limit x tending to 0, 1 plus cos x, just we are distributing it. Now see, this is 1, as we know that this, okay, here, limit x tending to 0, we can write 1 upon sine x upon x square. Sine x square go to the this numerator to this here, and square, so square can be taken outside. Here 1 plus cos 0 can be put, so we can get value here 1. So here x tending to 0 of limit of this, so we can write like this, 1 upon limit x tending to 0 sin x by x square into 1 plus 1. So this is 1 upon 1 square, just use here limit, this into 2. Just limit go to the function, when there may be power. Okay, so this equals to 2. 2 is our answer. Okay, limit of this is 2. Okay, so this is the process for finding limit by using basic formula. This. Now take miscellaneous questions from miscellaneous exercise. We are trying to find derivatives of different type of functions. Okay, so you know first principle method also. Whenever a new function comes to us, what formula will be used for finding derivatives? Just you can use what? First principle method, because all the formula comes from first principle method, the derivative, formula for derivative. Okay, so here first question is, find the derivative of following functions from first principle method. So first question having 4 parts are there. Okay, so here we can see question first. Solution. First part minus x. Second part is what? Minus x inverse. Third part is what? Sin x plus 1. And fourth part is what? Cos x minus pi by 3. Cos x minus pi by 8. These are the 4 parts. 4 parts are there. So by using first principle method, we want to find the derivatives of these functions. Okay, this function minus x. Just by using formula x to the power n, derivative. We know by using we can get. Also we know derivative of function constant into function. So this is equals to what? Constant can be taken outside and derivative of function. Okay. Also derivative or distributive? Can we? Well, algebra, from algebra. Okay, we can distribute. So here for minus x means minus, c means minus 1. So minus 1 can be taken outside and derivative of x is equals to what? 1 x to the power 1 minus 1 0 1. So what is this? Minus 1. But it can be found from first principle method also. So here what is this? Minus 1 by x. Here sin x plus 1. We know the derivative of sin x is what? Derivative of sin x cos x. We know now because you can also prove it by first principle method. But for here sin x plus 1. So what will be the derivative of sin x plus 1? So for that just we can use also first principle method. Whenever new type of functions comes for finding derivatives, just use first principle method. Okay, so here sin x plus 1, just we are knowing the formula, different types of formula are there. Okay, so for sin x plus 1, for cos x minus pi by 8, this is also constant, this is also 1 plus 1 is also constant. So finding derivatives. So let us from first principle method, because here just take let question second. You can also do by using same rule, first principle method. This. So we will do second question and either of these two. So we can use this or this. So suppose this second and third. Okay, so take second. Let fx equals to, for finding derivative, minus x to the power minus 1. So that is what? Minus 1 by x. We can write like this, inverse. Okay, this is our function. So then using what? First principle method. First principle. First principle method. Using first principle method, derivative of what? Fx. That is, fx means this, or record function. Limit, this is our main formula, h tending to 0, f x plus h minus fx upon h. This is our main formula. Just for finding limit h tending to 0, fx plus h, fx equal to this, so fx plus h equal to minus 1 upon x plus h. This is use the differential function minus fx minus 1 by x, this upon h. Now for our target is finding this limit. Okay, so for finding limit, if we put h equal to 0, so here we see that this denominator will be 0, so just solving it. Okay, so minus minus plus here, minus 1 upon x plus h plus 1 upon x upon h, take its LCM here. Okay, in the case of rational functions plus minus, just take LCM. So here x plus h into x what? Taking LCM is this, so minus x plus h upon h. Okay, so here we see that x cancel, h upon h is cancel also. So this is equals to what? Limit h tending to 0. Just solve it. X cancel, h in numerator, denominator h cancel out. So 1 by this, so x plus h into x. This. Now we can put h equals to 0 here. So 1 by x square. So this is equals to 1 upon x plus 0 into x, this is 1 upon x square. So this is the derivative, 1 by x square. 1 by x square. This is the derivative. Okay. This formula also can be used for negative and here we can also use this. Okay. Just like suppose we are writing like this as minus x to the power minus 1. Clear? Fx equals to the differentiation of fx equals to differentiation of minus x power minus 1. So as this rule, minus 1 is constant, so outside this dy dx to the power x to the power minus 1. It can be used for a formula for also negative value. So here minus, what is the formula? In place of n, minus 1 into x to the power minus 1 minus 1. So minus minus plus x to the power minus 2. That is what? 1 upon x square. So you can get like this formula also. So first principle is different thing. Okay. So here for finding either of these two, we can use trigonometric formula for finding using first principle method. Whenever new type of function we have, that just we will use first principle method. Okay. Here third or fourth, just take third, question third. Okay, or fourth also can take. Let fx equals to what? Sin x plus 1. Then derivative. What will be derivative? Fx equals to limit h tending to 0 fx plus h minus fx upon h. So limit h tending to 0 fx plus h, this sign in place of x, just put x plus h plus 1 minus in place of x plus h, you have to put sin x plus h minus sin x plus 1 upon h. Now for finding limit, here h equal to 0 cannot put now, so just sin c minus sin d formula can be used here. So limit h tending to 0, we know sin c minus sin d, sin c minus sin d equals to what? 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. This is a formula. So this formula can be used here for simplifying, because this is involving minus 2 parts. So it is plus minus 2 multiplication part. So multiplication part can be used here, and for finding limit we can use our basic formula. So here just see 2 of, using this formula, 2, this is c, this is d, suppose. So 2 cos, this is 2 cos c plus d by 2, that is this plus this by 2, that is x plus h plus 1 plus x plus 1 by 2 into sin c minus d, sin x plus h plus 1 minus x minus 1 by 2. This is sin d, c minus d by 2, minus x minus 1, because x plus 1 minus, then minus minus 1 by 2. This is the formula h. Now limit h tending to 0 we see that here 2 cos 2x plus 2 plus h, 2x plus 2 plus h by 2 of this. Here x1 cancels and h by 2, sin h by 2 upon h. Now h equals to 0 we can put here, and h tending to 0, this combination can be equals to 1 by adjusting 2 go to here, that is limit extending to 0. We know limit extending to 0, sin x by x is equals to 1. So just after this line we will write for finding limit, because derivative finding means what? By first principle method, limit finding. So here for finding this limit, just we will use limit unit. So this is equals to limit h tending to 0, here cos of x plus 1 plus h by 2 into limit h tending to 0, sin h by 2 upon h by 2. This 2 can be taken denominator to h. Here h tending to 0, we can also write h by 2 tending to 0. So this is 1. And here cos x plus 1 plus 0 by 2 into 1. So this is cos x plus 1. So derivative of sin x plus 1 is cos x plus 1. Okay, by using first principle method. Okay, so similar process you can do with cos x minus pi by 2, because let us suppose that fx equal to cos x minus cos x minus pi by 8. Okay, in case of 4, and you can use first principle formula. Here cos c minus cos d formula will be used. Clear? So this is first principle method for finding derivatives. Now there are questions from 2 up to 30 questions are there in the miscellaneous exercise of 13th chapter. So here just a b c d are given in the function, that are the constants also, and mn are integers, that power form are integers. Okay, so just we will take some questions from this and solve how can find derivative. Up to the stage we know some formula, a basic formula. Just we have already completed the finding the derivatives of all the trigonometric functions, sine, cos, tan, sec, cosec, cot. Okay, so that can be used as a formula at the length of the basis of the length of the questions. If question is a long question, that is 5-mark questions or 4-mark questions, then you can use first principle method. Or if short questions, then you can use directly formula. Okay, so here just question second, finding derivative x plus 2 a. Question second, fx equals to x plus a. Very simple, just we can use first principle method also for this, and also distributive, and by using x to the power n formula. Okay, question third. What is question third? Third question is multiplication, px plus q ry fx equals to px plus q into r by h plus x, r by x plus s, r by x plus s, just like this. Okay, px plus q r by x plus s, finding derivatives of this question. So we can find derivative by using which rule? Product rule. Okay. Product rule can be used here. Just remember that d by dx x to the power n equals to n x to the power n minus 1 can be used also for n as negative, for negative marks also, for negative power integers. Okay, mn are integers, for integer value we can also. So here product rule can be used also by multiplying, getting polynomials, and then you can also distribute the derivatives. Okay. So fourth question, just you can do its derivative like this. This simple, okay, 2, and third is this. So here what? D by dx fx equals to d by dx of px plus q into r by x in plus s. Here p, q, r, s, these are the constant, x is variable. Okay, so product rule can be used. What product rule? Since u v dash equals to, you know, u into v dash plus u dash into v. This formula, u into v dash plus u dash into v. This is our formula. So by product rule we can use, suppose this is u, then px plus q and its derivative r by x plus s derivative. Just we can write like this also, plus, and in reverse order r by x plus s as it is, and px plus q its derivative. Okay, we will use this. Now here px plus q into derivative, differentiation of these two parts, because they are part y. So derivative of this means what? Derivative of r by x plus derivative of s. This is, in place of this we can write this d by dx of this. Here also r by x plus s d by dx of px plus d by dx of q. Here q is constant. Here q is constant. So this is 0 constant. This is 0 constant. So here px plus q. Now r is constant. So r outside into d by dx of x to the power minus 1. 1 by x, we can write x to the power minus 1. This is 0. This is 0. Okay. So like this. Plus here r by x plus s. So here p is constant. So p outside. So d by dx of x plus 0. This is. Now r px plus q x to the power minus 1. This formula also can be used. So minus 1 into x to the power minus 1 minus 1. This is derivative. And here plus r plus xs by x. Just we are using this, taking LCM here. Here p is outside and x 1. So this. Clear? Now here we see that just by multiplying p r x plus r q upon x to the power minus plus 2. X to the power minus 2, so x square is there. Okay, minus sign is here. Just we can write with minus sign both this. So we are getting this in first part. And second part, plus PR plus PXS upon X. Clear? Now taking LCM. Now taking LCM here. Just simplifying it for the answer. Okay. dy dx of x equals to simplify. Taking LCM. What? X square. Clear? Now here. Minus PRX minus RQ plus sign X square. So X is multiplied with here. So PRX plus PX square S. So this cancel. So here we get Px square S minus RQ upon X square. So answer is what? Px square S minus RQ by X square. Okay. So this is the answer. By using multiplication rule, product rule this. Now question 4. Here question 4 is also for by product rule we can find. Here when we get Cx plus d whole square, so Cs plus d whole square, how can we differentiate it? Cs plus d whole square. So because here whole square is given, so we can use whole square formula, that is a plus b whole square formula. Then we can distribute the derivative and can find the value. Okay, and this is our basic formula x to the power n and x to the power n minus 1. So just one by one you can differentiate. Just practice for this. Okay, question 4. Fx equals to what is given? X plus b into Cx plus d square. X plus b into Cs plus d square. So for finding derivative of this, just derivative of this is new thing for us. But here you can use the square formula and then you can get a polynomial. And polynomial can be differentiated by distributing the derivative and using x to the power n formula. So here dy dx fx is equals to dy dx of ax plus b into cx plus d whole square using product rule. Using product rule, we know uv. So what? U ax plus b dash dy dx of cx plus d whole square plus in reverse order cs plus d square into dy dx of ax plus b. This is by using product rule. So here we can solve it by differentiating this, distributing and differentiating. But here cs plus d square, so its derivative can be found by converting it as a polynomial function by square formula. So just do it. Okay, x plus b d by dx and we can get as a formula what? C square x square plus 2c dx plus d square. This is the square formula is used. Break it. Now we can differentiate it as a polynomial function. Here cx plus d square, and here a dy dx of x plus dy dx of b. So b is constant, so that derivative is 0. So simple, by using process step by step, you have to write derivative. Here distributes in 3 parts. So here c square constant, so dy dx x square plus 2cd constant, so dy dx of x. Here dy dx of d square. Clear? Plus here cx plus d square. Now here what? A into 1 plus 0. This. Now here ax plus b c square using formula x to the power n minus 1, 2 x to the power 2 minus 1. So 2 x to the power 2 minus 1 plus here 2cd x, derivative of x is 1 plus constant 0. So cx plus d square into a. So a plus sign is there. Okay, now our final value, just multiply it. We can write what? Here, just see that x is here. So ax plus b into c can be taken common, 2 also can be taken common, cx plus d. Yes, 2c ax plus b, 2c common ax plus b into cx plus d, cx plus d plus a, cx plus d square. So this is the simplified form of derivative of this by product rule. Main thing is what? At the time of differentiation, this just break it. Okay, here. Then polynomial and can be differentiated term by term, so we can get result like this: 2c x plus b plus c plus cs plus d a plus c x plus d square. This is the answer. Okay, so by using this type of rule, product rule and division rule, you can use a step by step and find derivatives. Whenever new type of functions are getting you, just find derivative of that by using first principle method. Okay, and then use that derivative in finding the answer of the question. Okay, here just see the question 5, ax plus b by cs plus d. This is very simple. Question 5, what? Fx equals to ax plus b by cs plus d, s plus b by cs plus d. So this is what? Division rule. Use division rule. U by v. So what is division rule? U by v derivative is equals to what? D square v into derivative of u, v square, denominator square, v derivative of u minus u derivative of v. So this is division rule. V square, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator. This is division rule. So here we can use also d by dx fx is equals to d by dx of ax plus b by cx plus d. So just use this cx plus d square, here cx plus d into ax plus b dash minus sign and in reverse order. What? Ax plus b into cx plus d dash, and you can do simplification of this after differentiating is what? A, its derivative a, its derivative c by distributing. Its derivative will 0, so here a into 1, c into 1. So you can get simple result here. Okay, by using this division rule, product rule, try to find the derivative of more and more questions from miscellaneous exercise, also from other books, reference book. Just use and try to find derivatives by using any of the method, by first principle method or by direct methods as a polynomial, derivative of polynomial, derivative of by using rules. Okay, and try to do some questions from this miscellaneous exercise and note down all the questions in your copy and send me some solution for your attendance. Okay.